and this is just reaction. We've talked about this all season long. What's wrong with this team? Why are we not living up to the abilities of what we thought this would be? We think we're a top 4 team in the East. We hadn't played like it. And there's been too many ups and downs, and we're not a 500 team. I mean, we're barely a 500 team. Mike, here's the thing I want to point out, and then we're going to grab some more phone calls. I said to you months ago, Kenny Atkinson wants to play. Now, the job wasn't open, and I don't even know if Kenny wants to come. But I got to tell you guys this, and I know Kenny. Mike, he turned down Michael Jordan and the job to coach the Charlotte Hornets because he didn't feel like things were right with the management, okay? If things are not right here, meaning who has a voice and how things are done, he's not taking the job. And I could say that could go for Quinn Snyder or any of these other guys that people are talking about right now that may want to come. I think there'll be a nice list of candidates. But if you're going to go Charles Lee, one of the Bucks assistants, now you're talking about the Bud coaching tree.
They're bringing Coach Bud's style back.
All these things that you want might play. But I'm telling you, I know some of these guys, they're not going to come in with dysfunction in the front office because that means they'll be here 2 years and it'll be a waste of time.
Right.
Some things got to get figured out.
What do you think the perception of Trey is around the league? I think we learned a little bit of that by the fact that his peers didn't respect him enough to put him on the All-Star team, even as a reserve. Do you think that translates to coaches knowing that I may win some games, but ultimately it's going to come to a head with my superstar?
Whoever comes in here, and I don't even know what Joe Prunty's relationship is with Trey, but let's just say it's let's say it's Quinn Snyder, Mike. Let's say it's one of these guys we're talking about. His number one job is going to be to try to come to understanding with Trey about what they want to get accomplished. His job is to facilitate Trey to help him become a champion. How do I do that? I don't know what happened with Nate. All I know is you guys told me this was the answer 2 years ago, and Mike was just telling me it looks so good. How can it look so bad now? I don't know. But what I do know is this is a new opportunity for this team to reset. So, Mike, in the same season, and here's the other thing. If you're an outsider looking in, you got rid of the general manager who had the plan, and now you've gotten rid of the coach, and the general manager said, hey, we want to elevate this guy because look what he did. Right. This is a clean slate.
Yep. So, hopefully, Now, I don't even know if we want to entertain the idea that Prunty can do a great job because Nate was an interim who did 27 and 11, 38 games. This interim will have 23 games to get this team in. And I know that the schedule is one of the tougher ones in the games remaining for the Hawks. I believe it's second toughest schedule in the conference. So this is going to be a work. Now, unless there were things that some of the assistants felt we could do, and Nate was the guy that was just, nope, not allowing that to happen and evolve. But, Trey, there's got to be accountability. Yes, you can lose 2 coaches in the space of 3 seasons. Something's wrong. How much of that is on the guy who's the superstar and should be the leader of this team? We're going to find out. This is going to be a nice sample size. 23 games. Do these guys start playing a lick of defense? Carl, just real quick. 2021 run when he took over, they played good defense.
They did.
How do you think we got there? How do you think we almost beat the Bucks? They played good D. Hadn't played any since. Really haven't.
All right. 404-741-0929. Quinn Snyder, if you're not familiar, he was with us, as a matter of fact. He was here with Coach Bud. Left, went to the Jazz, had a nice run, Mike, and then was like, I need a mental break. I don't know where his head's at. I don't know if Quinn Snyder wants to get back into coaching right now. He could easily have done that, so we'll see. Kenny Atkinson is the top assistant with the Golden State Warriors with Steve Kerr's staff. Charles Lee is with Coach Bud with the Bucks. These are names that we're throwing out there. Ime Udoka is pretty much a free agent, guys. He was let go with the Celtics.
And it's really all a matter of the franchise and how the organization feels. Some folks, and there were some stories written in it, said that maybe Udoka's got to sit out a year or more until it gets some of the heat is off of that story. Some folks, it depends on the culture in your organization. If you feel there's female employees that say that's not an option. That was the situation in Brooklyn. That's why Jacques Vaughn got the job.